Will the verdict in the Vanderbilt rape case against Brandon Banks stand? Friday, a jury returned 2 guilty convictions on 7 charges for the rape of an unconscious student 4 years ago. Channel 4's Haley Mason talks to a criminal defense attorney to weigh in on the unusual verdict.
Brandon Banks is the first defendant in the Vanderbilt rape trial to be acquitted on most of his charges, but found guilty on 2 of the highest aggravated offenses. His attorney argues the guilty verdict was legally inconsistent, so we asked if this could be a viable argument on his plan to appeal.
We found the defendant guilty.
Just moments after being convicted, Brandon Banks' attorney said they would appeal.
There's just a lot more to be done before this is over with.
Defense attorney Mark Scruggs argued the verdict containing both 5 not guilties and 2 felony aggravated convictions was legally inconsistent.
So it's inconsistent that he would be found not guilty regarding criminal responsibility on 5 counts and guilty of aiding and abetting on the other. If that were the case, then the charges would be reduced.
But could an inconsistent verdict be grounds for a new trial? Not in Tennessee, according to Cynthia Sherwood, who cites a 2015 Supreme Court case, State versus Smith, out of Memphis, which was just used last month to shoot down the appeal argument.
The defense argues if they found him not guilty on this count, they would have had to find him not guilty on this other count to be consistent. That may or may not be true in this case. However, in Tennessee, it is not a basis for relief. So as long as there is enough evidence to support the jury finding, it will be upheld.
But next could be the defense's argument that Banks committed the acts under duress from bullying and being called gay. His defense tried to submit testimony about an alleged orgy from the night before that Banks allegedly refused to participate in and was taunted for.
What they'll clearly argue on appeal is the court undercut their duress defense. That without context, without them understanding, without the jury understanding exactly how he was bullied, and especially something occurring the night before, that's absolutely a piece of evidence that will be argued about.
Sherwood also noted that courts have found that juries often make compromises when they can't agree. Some may vote guilty for another not guilty vote. Now, while that is not following the judge's rules, she says it's also not illegal. Today, Scruggs decided not to comment with us on his efforts for appeal in this case. Haley Mason for Channel